as a hobby, I play punk rock music.
Generally, what's the point behind your music? Would you say that would be one thing, like primary focus?
I think like the main point for our music and any kind of art form that any of us sort of take part in is just to like have an expression, just a way to fucking let out some emotion. You know, day-to-day life is fucking monotonous. There's just so much bullshit that you have to deal with, and this country's bollocks to fucking living as it is. So it's just like, it's nice to kind of, just get in a van with like your best mates, go somewhere you've never been before, out like a fucking nutter, just enjoy it, you know. Just fucking go mad, play music, just fucking let off some steam. Away from inside, I'm going
So like, what are your personal sort of like ambitions with your music? Like, how far do you want to take it? Like, would you want to aim to be like stadium massive? Would you aspire to something like that?
I wouldn't like write off playing like a stadium or whatever, but I think with the kind of music that we play, it's not. I think it's quite. Sort of give up a lot on what you actually want to sound like. So actually, maybe if we wanted to be more popular, more accessible to like the masses, then we'd roll with it. Do you know what I mean? Because as I say, you write music for yourself. You've got to just express yourself however that comes out. But I don't ever probably see myself doing it. If I can make a living from this, it'll fucking rule. Do you know what I mean? Because it's what I love doing. Yeah. Like if I could have a studio in my house and just write all day and just enjoy it, do you know what I mean, and have that as what I've done. Yeah. I'd love to, but... I
suppose that's the dream, isn't it?
Yeah, really? Definitely, yeah. It's been the dream since I was a child, but like, I'm 30 soon. Like, I've worked since before I left school. Like, it is how it is. Like, you know, if you're not born with a lot of money behind you, family to back you up, or someone that literally thinks you're gonna fucking be the next big thing, and throws a load of cash at you, then it's just not viable. You know?
That's how it is. So, like, obviously, one of the most notable things about you on first glance is the fact that you wear a pink dress.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
I've had that dress for a while, like a few years and that. It's one of my mum's, and I've worn it a couple of times just pissed up when we played like house parties and that, and just felt like wearing it today, man. Like, just fucking, it's fun, it's breezy, do you know what I mean?
So it's icebreaker in a way.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, I think people take themselves too fucking seriously sometimes, and you could just have fun, do you know what I mean? Like,
it sets the tone, like a demonstration, straight up, like, I don't care.
Yeah, definitely, like, and I think, like, a lot of, like, rock music these days is really overly saturated with sort of sex and misogynism and women not really being treated properly within music, do you know what I mean? Like, just because you've got a vagina, you haven't got any sort of insight into what music's about. You're just there to be fucking looked at and shagged at the end of the night. And, like, some girls are into that, and that's fucking cool, but that's their choice. I just think, you know, you got with a pinch of salt. You know, I was showing the bits off tonight. You know, I looked sexy. It was quite a sort of breasty top I had on.
Breasty top.
Breasty top. Lovely bit of leg on the go. Do you know what I mean?
So say sort of, obviously, do you take like a political standpoint in any of your music at all? It's kind of like boast like equality.
No, like
express that.
I think, to be honest with you, most of the songs, like in regards to like lyric writing, I'll come up with something that will just be fucking bugging me. Like, I'm not one to maybe be able to talk as easily to like fucking therapists and shit like that. And for me, it's an expression of therapy. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I've got a subject that's bugging me, and I just want to fucking get it out, I'll do it in song form. And that's my therapy. Do you know what I mean? That is.
So, like, writing-wise, are you sort of like primarily in charge of that, or do you all collaborate?
We all write the music. But in regards to the lyrics, I just kind of get on with it. Like, the boys are happy to let me just kind of write.
Do you think perhaps there'll ever be a time where your sort of like interests might change, or your sort of like personality might shift, and you start writing songs about positive things?
Oh yeah, massively. You know, I think obviously our music is very heavy and it's angry and it has a negative feel to it. But when life gets more positive, you know, if I have a kid or whatever, like I'm going to write about being a dad and, you know, just progress through it. You know, one of the things I said a little while ago was, you know, so many bands, like I used to always write about like ex-girlfriends and how much I've been, you know, broken hearted and shit like that, and it gets to that point where you're like, hang on, I'm just writing another fucking song about how much I'm a miserable cunt. Like, do you really want to hear that? Do I want to even sing about that anymore? Because I'm not cleansing my soul. I've done that. Do you know what I mean? I need to sing about other things. I need to, you know, get other things off my chest. You know what I mean?
So I guess you do find the process quite cathartic then, like releasing all those demons.
Definitely, yeah.
So it's healthy.
Yeah.
It's healthy
Definitely, man. Yeah, it burns the fat.
What
definitely.
do you think you'd do if you weren't in music? Like how, if there was an alternative to?
I think I'd probably paint.
Yeah.
I paint anyway.
So you're quite an artistic person.
Yeah.
Wait. He paints. Wait, let me correct this first. He paints Warhammer figures. It's not.
No, that's fucking hard work,
I make Warhammer dioramas.
But he wouldn't have mentioned that.
Like battle scenes.
Yeah. Like I'm in the middle of doing one at the minute. It's like a weird purple planet. It's got these like huge like cliffs and stuff, like water running through it and that, and it's like an inside. It's like a 2-layered kind of piece. It's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Like at the minute, it just looks like a shit ton of polystyrene that's been sort of glued together. But like literally, I spent like just sit there with a knife carving fucking mountains. But like I've said, like, I used to smoke a lot of weed, and I needed something to take my mind off of getting home and just getting high. And that's what I've been doing. Like I could spend like 5-6 hours just painting.
Is that not an expensive like pastime? Do
Weed
you like
smoking,
make your own, or do you actually?
No.
Get the kids and stuff?
I bought. Basically, my mum was like, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I was like, "Seriously, this is what I want." So I went out and bought everything I needed for this one particular piece. I probably spent maybe like 150 quid, but this will take me like maybe 2-3 years to actually finish. So by the time, it's money well spent sort of thing. If it takes 3 years, it's 50 quid a year. Do you know what I mean?
That's cool. One thing was to say, sort of like, where are you at the moment, like bands-wise? Like, obviously you're doing gigs about the place now. You played a London show last week, wasn't it?
Yeah. We played quite a lot, but we a little while ago we were working with like a management company, and we were trying to do things in that sort of professional sort of manner, but
didn't work out.
It didn't work out. The thing is, like we're not. It's not easy for us to kind of do as we're told. We don't want to tour with bands that people think we should tour with. We want to tour with bands that we want to tour with. So, we weren't really doing, playing ball. And it's pointless working with people like that, and they wouldn't want to work with you if you've got so many sort of ideas to not want to do things.
So I guess it's more sensible for you guys to be independent in that respect, like not
Absolutely.
have someone try and guide you in a direction you don't want to go.
Yeah, because the thing is, you're always going to have a clash of opinion, and at the end of the day, like, if you've got someone that's your manager, they're there to manage you, they're your boss, you're supposed to do as you're told, and that's awesome if that's what you want to do and that's the route you want to go down, which, as I say, was kind of what we wanted to do. But when there's so many conflicting opinions, you need a manager that's like one of you. Do you know what I mean?
It's difficult when you find someone on the same level, like especially if they're in the industry, because it's like they're thinking industry when they're making decisions for you, and if you're not on that wavelength with them and you don't want to go down that path, then there's always going to be conflicts between it, and that's what happened with us, didn't we? It didn't work out, and I guess we've been a lot happier as a band since we've just sort of started doing, sort of kind of looking after ourselves for it, because we can only really let ourselves down, which we do, but we're only going to get upset at ourselves, not have someone else on our case doing it as well.
It's the passion of being a musician as well. Like, if you're just playing to make money, then just do that, because you've got no heart in it. If it's just like, whatever, man, they want me to write this sort of riff or that kind of riff, or just sing this way or be that way, then you're not going to get, we wouldn't get the outlet that we get now, do you know what I mean? So to be able to just make your own decisions and only argue between the bands, all fucking me and Rich shout and scream at each other.
I can imagine.
We never apologise, we just get on with it, because at the end of the day we're like, yeah, fair enough, do you know what I mean? One of us will be like, actually you're right, that is the best thing to do sort of thing, or, and it works out. It's like having a child, we're all like the mother of it.
So sort of this year, what's the sort of like goal, what's the course of this year going to see through?
I think our goal at the minute is to play as many shows as we can, get out there as much as we can, just build more of a fan base. We went on tour with Giants and we played to a lot more people than we do normally, and just to be able to get out there to people and just rock out, fucking enjoy it. Do you know what I mean?
Would you like to take part in the festival circuit at all?
And
what festival would you like to play, basically, ideally?
I don't know, man. I'm not like a massive festival goer, if I'm honest. I've never paid to go to a festival because I think they're overpriced. And for the majority of it, it's full of dickheads. You get to play to a lot of people, and that's fucking awesome. But the genuine thing is
people who think they like music. Going and looking at shit that might interest them, sort of thing. No one's really.
That's exactly it. And there's so many fads and stuff with music and.
Seen enough of them.
with that's all right. with the fashion of it all, we just don't really fit in with it, and you kind of think, you know, if you play a Dove show at a festival, you play a Dove show in front of thousands of fucking people, whereas if you're in a fucking boozer and you just play to a bunch of punks, it doesn't matter if you're, and the passion there is that, you know, we don't fit on a massive stage, man. Like, I fucking gonna pass out playing on a small stage. You gotta fill that space up, and you know, it's just a different world. But as I say, I'm not saying we'd never play at a festival. Like, we've done a few, so it's been fun. But we more enjoyed like just getting absolutely fucked up and seeing loads of really good bands that we really like. But the problem is you're there with a load of dickheads as well. So.
I think though, like, it's purely nostalgia, and it's not. I haven't been for years, but like, just for maybe the age you're at, like, I'd still love to do Reading, like, just because of. I think you think of some of the great stuff you've seen, you know, that you heard, like, maybe back before I even started going and things like that. It's one of those. But I wouldn't really want to go, but given the opportunity to play something like Reading, I would still want to do it, because it's like it's that classic festival though, isn't it? Like, I mean, we're not gonna, you know, end up doing something like Glastonbury, which again, nostalgia, I fucking love to do that shit, but like, you know, Reading would be fucking wicked. Do you know what I mean? It would be good. Like, I mean, it's not something we're sort of pining to get on to do, but given the opportunity, like, yeah, I would never rule out doing something like that. It'd be fucking awesome. Great.
Cool. That's awesome, man. Fucking
Cool.
Thank you very much for that.
Cheers, man. Wicked, man.